Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. A bunch of you guys have been waiting for this video. Well, today is the day. So, recently I gave you guys a sneak peek towards the beginning of hunting season and showed you a 300 Win Mag that was grouping fantastically. But I wasn't allowed to show you because it wasn't yet released in the US market. Well, now we're allowed to talk about it, and I'm going to show you some of the footage that I've got with this thing. But right here in my hands, probably the finest hunting rig I've ever had in my hands. You guys that watch the show know that is a lot to say coming from me, because I have had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hunting rifles in my hands. And if you ask me which one would you put at the top from terms of quality, from terms of grouping well, I would probably point you in the direction of this right here. This is just released the Sako 90 Quest, and I had the ability to hunt with this season. Stay tuned. I'm going to have another episode coming out soon where I actually took several whitetail with this rig. But like I said, this is the Sako 90 Quest, and it is absolutely amazing. Let me just give you a quick once-over, show you the lots that I used in this so far, and we're going to take a look at the groups that I'm getting out of this thing. But let's just start at the back and then go towards the front. So, adjustable length of pull and adjustable cheek piece. These days, a lot of people are doing adjustable length of pull, but you got to have tools and then store the other spacers. That's a pain. Well, with the 90 Quest, adjustable length of pull, adjustable cheek riser or cheek comb, if you want to call it that, just with the push of a button. Super simple. Also, you might be noticing here the carbon fiber stock. This grip here, let me kind of spin it around to you. That's the left side, and this is the right side. So it has that pistol grip, which perfectly, you can see that groove there, perfectly gets your finger in the position. You can see how far forward my trigger can get. Some stuff that comes out has you stretching with that more vertical style grip, and that grip, every time you grab it, your trigger is there and it's ready. Talking about the trigger, this is a very neat feature, adjustable with a Torx key, which there's a hole there. You don't have to take any of this apart. It has a 5-position. Let me get you even closer there. So you can see it's marked there. This is a very simple adjustment with the Torx key that actually came with this Sako 90. 5 positions, the lightest being 2 pounds, the heaviest being right around 4. I, of course, have it turned all the way down. Triple make sure this thing's empty before I show you the trigger. Let me just show you. Again, it's a single stage trigger. So I have it turned all the way down. Love it. Super crisp. Got it turned down all the way. Like I said, I have taken deer with this year. That footage will be coming out very soon. Both deer that I took were right at 300 yards. So definitely 1000% a precision instrument. We're going to go into that more in a second. Butter smooth action. Probably the smoothest action that I've ever felt on any rig. And again, that's saying a lot. On top, I put this Steiner H6XI 3 to 18 power zoom. Awesome scope. If you know anything about Steiner, everything that Steiner makes, so it's similar to Sako, is absolutely incredible. I didn't mention yet, but this one right here is in 300 Win Mag. Has a medium contour barrel. You see it has a fluted barrel, threaded 5/8, just like most things, so that's a common thread. On the end, for my group test here, we're about to show you today, and also for my hunting trips, this is my Banish 30 Gold from Silencer Central. So that's the setup. Also, Caldwell bipod I got on there. It has the dual studs, so this is how I had it out hunting with my sling and then my bipod on there. When I took the deer, I was using the bipod prone on the ground. And the ammo that you're going to see me in this footage here getting it sighted in is this stuff. This is the only ammo. Is that upside down for you? Yeah, it is. This is the only ammo that I've tried in this thing so far. And I'm going to show you why I haven't tried anything else yet. Because it did awesome. But this is the 170 grain Sako Powerhead blades. Let me show you one real quick. The G1, if I'm not mistaken, is around 0.4 G1 BC. Should say on here somewhere. Yeah, 0.410 G1 BC. And this is what they look like. Kind of different tip there. It's like a 3-prong tipped 170 grain projectile. But Sako Powerhead blades. And yeah, let's just go to the range footage. Almost everything I send down range with this setup, just as you see it, touching. Let's just go to the groups and I'll show you. Good squeeze there. We're kissing the center. Man, this thing is just nice. Let's do 2 more. Good squeeze there. Those are touching. But let's go ahead and send 1 more for that group. Then I'm going to let it cool completely. Yep, up. 3 in the same hole pretty near. That's a 0.2, 0.3 inch group all day, guys. First time having this baby at the range. Oh my goodness. This is going to be awesome. But like I said, I'm going to let this cool. Then we'll do some more testing. While we're out here, we might as well get some more data. We're going to let it cool in the shade down here. All right, back here again at 100 yards. I'm going to load 3 up. I'm going to do 2 groups of 3 without letting it cool. So let me double check that last one, our last group. We possibly could come up 1. Let's go ahead and do that. Up 1 click and right 1 click. Now let's do another group of 3. Do my absolute best here. This will be the top left target. Kissing the bullseye again. Man, I'm telling you, this is one of the absolute best rigs I've ever had my hands on. This thing is just money. Number 2 for this group. Touching again. Let's send the 3rd one. How hot is that? After 2, I can still keep my hand on the barrel, so. Number 3 for this group. Stacking them in there. So that group was left to right, looks about perfect. I'm gonna bring it back down 1, which will be that way. Back to where it was. Now, do I need to let it cool again, or should I just go ahead and do another group of 3? I'll double check that this can's on there, nice and tight. And it is. Let's go ahead and do a group of 3, then we'll go measure all these groups. Good squeeze there on the trigger. 2 more. Oh, I kicked that one out. I didn't feel perfect on the squeeze, but we'll send a 3rd here. And it touched the 1st one. Man, I almost want to do 1 more. Let's just leave it there and let's go measure them. I'm excited to measure these groups and see how we did. All right, so just measured our 3 groups with the calipers. Remember, my first squeeze was down here, made the adjustment on that optic, then we were here, made another quick adjustment, then without letting it cool, we did 5 in this first string, here, and then I went ahead and did a group of 3. Check that out, guys. With the calipers measured, the best I could measure it, That's a 0.32 inch group. My very first attempt grouping this rig. Then we came up here. After I let it cool, I did this group and this group. So after letting it cool, I got a 0.47. Still essentially 3-touching, but not quite as good as our 0.32. And then 3 more after it was warmed up. Following those 3, I got a 0.88. Now, I gotta blame that one on me, but hey, this is real world scenarios. You know, that could happen when you're chasing elk too, so we're gonna go ahead and count it. But that rig is absolutely capable of some really good precision. That ammo we were feeding it loves. 3 in a row, under an inch, most people are happy. When we get into the 0.3 inch groups, that really gets me tickled. So I think we are ready to go chase some elk. I'm good with this 0 right here, hovering around this bullseye. So we're gonna put this, lock it up until we get out in the field after some elk. Stay tuned, man, I'm excited. All right, so I know I rambled on there at the beginning, but wanted to answer any questions that you might have about this Sako 90 Quest. Like I said at the beginning of the video, probably the finest example of a hunting rifle that I've ever had in my hands. Before this, the Sako S20 might have been the answer. If you haven't seen my videos on the Sako S20, I have the S20 in 7mm mag. That S20 in 7mm mag is phenomenal. Got very similar groups to this, and also had that one out at 1,000 yards. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to take this one long range as well. But Sako 90 Quest, absolutely incredible hunting rig. Everything about this, like I said, quality, precision, did a fantastic job. One thing I didn't mention yet is the Picatinny rail is machined, or it's milled into the barrel action, which is actually a stainless steel barrel action that is Cerakoted. I think they call this graphite black Cerakote. So also super weather resistant rig. But I lugged this through probably 20 miles of hiking in Colorado on my elk hunt, and then also took several whitetail with this thing this hunting season. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to have some hunting footage coming out with this. And yeah, absolutely awesome rig, front to back. You guys saw the groups there at the range getting this thing sighted in. You really can't ask for more. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Let me know if you have any questions about the Sako 90. Again, super impressed. Stay tuned for more on this baby. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hooty hoo.